Megan is the new horror movie out in theaters. And I gotta say, I was not looking forward to this movie because, first of all, as soon as I heard this movie is going to be PG 13, I said, hell no. Not that PG 13 horror means it's automatically a bad movie, but you could tell this movie was cut down from a rated R horror movie, and they've even admitted it, which is hilarious to me that they admitted it because they knew people would be unhappy with it, but they still admitted it anyways. And yeah, but I still went to go see it because I review the movies for you guys. And I also just want to give movies a chance. I like horror, blah, 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 blah. Go and watch it. And I didn't like this movie whatsoever. Shocker, I guess. I think what's wrong with this movie is it's fine, but it's like baby's first horror movie, basically. Every good element to this movie, I could watch a better movie that does it better. I could watch Child's Play, the remake or the original. Does this stuff better? I could watch so many other movies that do what this movie does better, but instead I'm watching this. And the violence and the horror aren't even scary or cool. There's not a single moment of memorable violence or horror in the movie, which is like kind of essential to a movie like this. There's nothing about this movie that's like that. Megan, I've heard some people who like this movie called Megan Next Horror Icon. She's not. That's nonsense. I do like how they put the doll together. The practical effects behind the scenes stuff I've seen are actually pretty neat for how they did that. Like, it's not just a CGI effect. So that's really neat. I like that. But other than that, it's just like nothing about this movie was that great. The thing is about this movie that's wrong with it. The best way to describe it, it's a movie. It's a horror baby for. It's a baby's first horror movie made for the TikTok generation. At one point, they start singing "Far away, Richie." That song. I think it's a Taylor Swift song. I forget. I don't really give a shit, but she starts singing it for no reason in the movie, and I think the scene was trying to be funny, but it didn't make sense, and it was just weird. And then you're just sitting there like, what the hell are we doing here? You know, it was bad. It was a bad horror movie because it didn't offer the genre anything new, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Smile, I thought, was an enjoyable movie that didn't do a lot of things new or add anything really interesting to the genre. It's all about the execution sometimes with these things, but this one, you could just tell that they were just trying to make a generic horror movie for the TikTok generation. I mean, even if it was going to be rated R, they still cut it down. And even if they didn't do that, it just still felt that way. And it's just like, who the hell is this movie for? Not me. That's who.